Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule. Stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is Wednesday the 18th of May 2022, going on 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Yuck. 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 67% humidity out there in Jacksonville, Florida. And that would be 31 degrees Celsius. So, come on, AC. Oh, you can barely see around. Luckily, I can look right through the windows of the van, of my brother's van, so I can see if any traffic's coming. Yeah, like I said, it's going on 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I hate early release days. I don't usually get up until 2, but on days like today, I have to be up at noon in order to be out of the house and headed to pick up the G-Brats. Today I got to pick them up about 1:15 because the oldest is there. I'm getting the oldest today. He's a safety patrol. He needs to be there until the end, or towards the end of picking folks up, or folks picking their kids up. So anyhow. It's a bit warm and sticky out here today. It's definitely on its way to summer. So I'm just going to put this out there. I don't know how much good it can actually do, but my daughter's company is looking for maintenance technicians and maintenance supervisors in several states. She's also looking for property managers, assistant property managers in several states. So if anybody's interested, I think those states are going to be Florida, Tennessee, and Virginia. You know, I don't pre-plan any of this stuff, so this is just kind of off the top of my head. But if you're interested, then hit me up and I'll give you her information so you can get better information. Of course, you know, depending on where you're at, it may require moving, but anyway. Let's see. Well, it looks like they may actually be done the road work there. Nope, but they got it closed off further down. That's all right. Let's see. With the sunglasses, it looked a little dark over in that direction, and it does even without them. Although that sun is an eyeball fryer. So there is some heavier dark skies. Hopefully I get the kids home and whatnot. I'm going to be over there most of the afternoon, keeping an eye on them. If the weather stays hot, we're not going to the park, but we may go ahead and hit the pool. So yeah, starting Friday, man, it's only 2 days away. I'm going to be over at the daughter's house. So tomorrow night, I actually need to like break down a bunch of stuff and get it out and packed away for Friday. Now, what I'm thinking I may do is take one of my bins and put like my clothes and my extra pillows, and we're taking my computer because for 10 days my phones don't have that kind of capacity. So 10 days worth of videos. So I will take my PC and get it set up over there Friday. It's not a major big deal. I mean, it's a little more difficult than carrying a laptop, but you know, it's doable. I carry the tower and the monitor and, you know, the keyboard and whatever. And to get that, like I say, get that set up in my room. And go from there. I sent my daughter a menu with, you know, basic the things that I'd like to have on hand in order to make different meals over like 9 or 10 days. Mostly dinners, a lot of casserole type dinners. Went easy a couple of times, both on her and on me, with just, you know, hot dogs and tater tots, or frozen hamburgers and tater tots, canned baked beans. But there's a couple that get a little more complicated. So we'll see. Hopefully this will be a good week for the food videos. Although I'm going to re-emphasize this, you know, we're not going for healthy. You know, this isn't going to be tuna fish and black beans type salad. You know, this is going to be pasta and cheese and meat and yada 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 that will feed the boys, stick to their ribs. So I think there's a couple that are going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure they're going to enjoy them all. I'm thinking most of y'all will enjoy them as well, whether you actually make them or not. You know, but having the idea in your head, you never know. And that's the main thing. Like, I watch a lot of cooking videos, and even like the new shorts and the reels on Facebook. They give you a lot of ideas, and I'm the one that I don't follow a recipe, because, you know, what they like isn't necessarily what I like. And somebody says, you know, add in a lot of garlic, and they put in a teaspoon. No, I'm going to put in, like, you know, 2 big heaping forkfuls, like 2 big tablespoons. Man. So, you know, just little stuff like that, or change it around. If I don't want to use, you know, if I don't want to use chicken, then I'll use hamburger, or vice versa. If I don't want to use ground beef, maybe I'll use sausage instead. So some of the menu items that I sent to her is just that. It's a recipe that, you know, I've done before, or a dish that I've done before, and just change it up a little bit. Some are dishes that I've seen a video on and thought, okay, but that's, you know, a little overcomplicated. Here comes some rain. You know, we can simplify this down. You know, just because everybody else wants to cut peppers and onions on their video, I don't. I'll go buy pre-chopped onions and peppers. It's not that much more expensive when you get down to it. And yeah, less work, less cleanup, whole 9 yards. So one thing that I do though is, you know, if I've had the peppers and onions in the refrigerator for like 2 or 3 days, then I'll put them in a baggie and pop them in the freezer. Mix them together, so I've got a nice mix, and then pop them in the freezer. The only thing you really have to do is remember to go back in every hour or so and kind of like squeeze the bag, break them up a little bit so they don't freeze into one big chunk. This one, the ones I've got in the freezer right now, I didn't think to do that. I think I wasn't home actually. I think I had decided to put them in the baggie earlier than I went out. Excuse me. And yeah, they're just frozen into a big old clump. So take the cleaver and smack them with the side of the cleaver a couple times and start breaking up enough to use each time. That's one thing. My brother's sleeping right next to the kitchen with no wall. You know, if I'm out there at 2 o'clock in the morning, he goes to bed at 8 o'clock and he's up at 5, sometimes 4. You know, if I'm out there at 2 o'clock and trying to cook dinner, I'm trying to be quiet. So, you know, beating on peppers and onions on the counter isn't very quiet. So, like last night, I just went without any peppers or onions. So, that was another thing. I was talked about I put several options down for my daughter to do because I want to do a cheesesteak casserole, and I put down she could use the steakums, or like Walmart has their brand of cheesesteak type things, but it's just as easy and around the same price to buy a package of store brand roast beef, you know, sandwich fixings, and chop that up. Is it a cheesesteak? Not really, but it's a beef, you know, and then you add some cheese to it. By the time you're done, it's edible, very tasty. I ended up making up 3 tacos last night that way. Chopped up the roast beef. Oh man, that line comes all the way out to here. I am not sitting in that. I don't need to. I'll go up here and find a place to park. But anyway, yeah, I took the packaged roast beef, chopped it up fairly fine. I mean, it comes out of the package all rolled up, so you just pull out, like, I don't know, half the package or something, slice it up, and then run your knife the other way through it, and throw it on your griddle or in your pan, and little steak sauce, a little Who's Your Sister, a little taco seasoning, and let her rip. So, and then put them in a taco shell with a little bit of cheese. Throw them back down on the griddle. Let them go on either side so they're toasty a little bit. Yeah. It was a little salty. You know, I try to steer clear of that, but I could, like, it wasn't overly salty, just because I'm so salt free. Even just a little bit of salt will perk up my taste buds. So yeah, that was tasty. Let's see. I met one of my subscribers last night at my granddaughter's honors society award ceremony. Um, she's made it into the National Juniors Honors Society. Good grades and all that good stuff. Citizenship and leadership and scholarship, and I forget what else there is in it. But so I met one of my subscribers last night at that. I'll give her a shout out. She usually watches my shorts, so, or my short videos. It just sounds so weird, people watching my shorts. So I'll give her a shout out on one of the shorts coming up. But anyway, thought I'd mention it. It's kind of cool. I've met several subscribers around town. It's you know, wow. I mean, I'm used to people coming up and going like, you know, you're that guy from the haunted house. That hasn't happened as much recently because it's been 10 years or so since we've had the haunted house. So it hasn't happened as much recently. But yeah, I've had people, you know, point at me and say, I know I watch your channel on YouTube, or I've seen you on YouTube. So not a lot, handful. I can't say that I'm, you know, YouTube famous, but it's still rewarding. Like I said, I mean, I've got what, 2,500 subscribers. So, you know, to have even a small handful be right here in Jacksonville, as big as Jacksonville is kind of a cool experience. So, it is definitely a little sticky out here. Let's see what time we got going on. 1:05. One thing, I've got this phone hooked. Oh, that was another thing. I had to stop at the parts store last night because my daughter-in-law's car was showing the battery light. So I followed them to the parts store. Ended up they needed a new alternator, but while we were in the parts store, a lady commented on this thing. So I gave her my card, told her to hit me up, and I'll let her know, you know, where these come from online. But I've actually got this. I can't get it any further at the moment because I'm hooked up. Can we get over here? This is hooked up to the headrest. It's actually got a light on it, and then just a bunch of carabiners hooked together so I know where they're at, basically, get them out of my way. But yeah, so I keep losing this in the car. Now I can't. When I get in, I clip it to that, and you know, there it is. So I can get it. It's easy to reach, and I can find it and all that good stuff. But Rain cloud is like hanging right over top of us. It's almost nice out there, like put my hand out. In here it's a little ugh. Air's still. Should put that the other windows, I guess. That should make a bit of a difference. Anyhow, let's see what we're doing. What time are we getting to? 107. We've got. I guess it's going to be about it for today. Let me know what you think, folks. Give me a thumbs down or thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever did y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social medias, that'd be fandoculous. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I see y'all again. I hope you have a fandoculous day. Salachi, y'all.